This is the story of Maya Papaya, the island princess, and her dolphin friend Avatar, and it begins with this song.
Good intentions are fine, but hard to keep. In Hollywood, friends come fast and cheap. There's one thing I am sure of in my life to this day. It's that you'll never, ever, ever be too far away. You told me all I'd have to do is think of you, and I feel your presence in the air. I've never had a doubt about it, so I live each day without a care. Avatar, it doesn't really matter where you are. You may be riding on a shooting star, but you're never far from me. Avatar, to you I know there is no near or far. You could be off somewhere in Zanzibar, but you're never far from me. I remember the days I felt afraid and alone. Every person, place, and thing could turn my gut to stone. I looked everywhere to find relief from the pain, from the fear that gripped my heart and seemed to flow through my veins. You taught me that if I could just believe in you, eventually I would believe in me. I've learned to follow my dreams and reach for the stars, and finally I can really see that Avatar, it doesn't really matter where you are. You may be riding on a shooting star, but you're never far from me. Avatar, to you I know there is no near or far. You could be off somewhere in Zanzibar, but you're never far from me. Never far from me.
There once was a beautiful tropical island known as Santa Pangaea. On this island was a pretty native girl named Maya Papaya, who lived with her grandfather, Papa Papaya. Their tribe was blessed with an abundance of life's necessities in this wondrous place. There were natural springs for drinking water and fertile soil for farming. They also harvested food from the sea, for the island was surrounded by a coral reef with an abundance of sea life. These people practiced natural healing with herbs from the rainforest and plants and animals from the reef, but never took more than they needed from either one. They lived a simple but happy life in harmony with nature's gifts and each other. Papa would often express how he felt about their life in the words of this song.
If the moon shines down on everyone, it's the same sun in the sky we all see. If the air we breathe goes round the world, how can you be far from me? We must learn there is no difference between he and her, and you and me, for we all come from a mother's womb. Why is that so hard to see? Yes, it's true that we are all different. That's the nature and the beauty of the plan. But we must try to remember that we're all just part of the family of man. So if the oceans are all connected, and if the rivers all run down to the sea, and the waves wash up on all our shores, how can you be far from me? How can you be far from me?
One day, into their little harbor sailed a big ship, the biggest ship by far that anyone on Pangaea had ever seen. Maya Papaya lived high on a mountainside, and when she saw the ship, she was very excited. "Papa, may we go to the harbor and see this grand ship?" she asked. "As soon as we finish picking the breadfruit," he answered. "Remember, if we don't work, we don't eat." By the time they journeyed to Pangaea's natural harbor, everyone was in a tizzy about Captain Vanguard and the many wonders he had introduced them to from the modern world far across the sea. "Look," called one of Papa Papaya's friends. "You don't have to harvest, prepare, or cook this food. You just take off the wrapper and eat it." "Easier doesn't always mean better," said Papa. "New is good," the old man replied. "Papa Papaya, king of the dolphin tribe. You just don't want to give up the old ways." "We have no more kings these days, Papa." They laughed, her grandfather said to Maya. "But I am the last in a long line of kings of our tribe, and that makes you a princess, my little Maya." Once again, Papa explained himself in a song.
New is good, new is good, that's what the people say. New is good, they say that new is always good for you, but I say that that's not true. Good is fine, you can buy that line. You say what's new is good, that's just fine. I simply say that that's not always true. You must keep an open mind. It's not that the old ways are the best, but at least they have been put to the test. And if your ways are better, then you'll find I'll be the first in line to change my mind. New is good, new is good, that's what the people say. New is good, they say that new is always good for you, but I say that that's not true. You must decide if it's true for you.
Well, Captain Vanguard and his crew stayed for a dinner feast, spellbinding the island folk with stories of the modern world, and the people of Pangaea danced, sang, and made music. The next day, Captain Vanguard asked Maya about the unusual flute-like instruments they played. "Oh, they are simply piccolo sponges which we harvest from the reef and dry in the sun." "I must take some of these with me," he replied. "People will love the music these make." So he took many of them in exchange for packaged food and sailed away. The captain came back many, many times and even moved to Pangaea to live. Each time he would bring food and gadgets from the modern world in exchange for piccolo sponge flutes. Soon almost everyone was harvesting sponges for Captain Vanguard, and no one but Papa and Maya were farming, fishing, or living by the old ways. "They make fun of me, Maya," said Papa. But look at them. They don't know how to take care of themselves anymore. Our people depend upon Vanguard ships every week for their food, and they are taking too many sponges and killing the reef. On top of that, the bottles, containers, and waste from the food shipments are piling up and polluting our water supply. I am getting old and my days are numbered. But one day I predict that our people will be in desperate trouble. And when that day comes, you must act. According to legend, if you go to Resonance Point on the island's east end, and once a day for 3 days at sunrise, call into the waves, Hiya! 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 On the third day, our tribal ancestors will send help. The years went by, and eventually Papa Papaya passed on. Maya continued to live by the old ways, but she was very concerned that her people were totally forgetting the skills necessary to work the land and live from the sea's bounty. No one, however, would listen to her warnings. Then, one day the skies turned very dark, and the sea swells reached monstrous heights, and it became clear to everyone that a typhoon was bearing right down on them. Well, the storm raged for a day and a night, and thankfully everyone survived. But all of Captain Vanguard's ships were blown up onto shore and heavily damaged. It will be months before these ships can be repaired and bring back a food shipment, Captain said sadly. How will we eat until then? Maya knew that other than her, no one had produced or stored any food. The storm had stripped the rainforest of its bounty, and the fish had long ago left Pangaea's dying reef. She also knew that this was the day that her papa had predicted would come, and that she must go to Resonance Point and attempt to call her ancestors for help. On the third day, at sunrise, she was amazed to see off in the distance a dolphin swimming and leaping long distances over the water towards her. She was almost blinded by the morning sun glistening off its sleek body. But as it got closer, she realized it was not leaping at all. It was flying, for this dolphin had something extra, wings like an angel. "Hello, I am Avatar," said the dolphin in a melodious and reassuring voice, "and I have come to help you. To help you lead your people out of this dark time and into a bright future, I would like to take you to a place called the Realm of Possibility. This is a special place that holds the visions of all the possible futures for every person, place, and thing. And I'll tell you all about it in this song."
When you're down and out and there are problems all around, let me tell you all about an answer we have found. Of course it's easier said than done, I'll admit. And some will say that you're just a nitwit, but just look for the good in every part of your world. So won't you come and fly away with me to a land we call the Realm of Possibility? Hang on to me, it's not very far. It doesn't matter from where you are. The best things in life are often right here under your nose. When things get tough and life throws you a curve, that's the time to take a stand and not lose your nerve. The road to change can make you afraid. Call us and we will always come to your aid. You see, the darkest hours are often just before the dawn. So if you come away with us, you'll see that change is good and that we should accept it gracefully. You need to think with your heart and not with your head. Remember these words out of all that I've said. It's in your power to find the good inside of the bad. It's in your power to find the good inside of the bad. It's in your power to find the good inside of the bad.
"Yes, please," said Maya. "Show me the best possible future for Pangaea." Maya jumped into the turquoise sea and climbed atop Avatar. Maya held tightly to Avatar's dorsal fin while they flew a great distance until just up ahead, through the clouds, Maya could see an island. "This is the future possible Pangaea," said Avatar as they flew in close to shore. Well, things almost looked the same, thought Maya. She could see sponges being harvested offshore and Captain Vanguard's ships being loaded and unloaded in the harbor. But when she looked up into the hills, she saw farms everywhere. "And look closely at what is being loaded onto the ships," said Avatar. "Why, the most beautiful and gigantic fruits, vegetables, and flowers I have ever seen!" exclaimed Maya. "And your island is famous the world over for nature's bounty," added Avatar. "This is quite amazing, but my people have no time to plant seeds and wait for crops to grow. We need help right now," pleaded Maya. "Most of these crops were grown in only 3 days' time, and we can show you how," was Avatar's unbelievable answer. So Avatar explained to Maya that all she needed to do was to harvest 1 or 2 iridescent purple tube sponges from the reef, cut them into small circular slices, and plant them around any seed, and the results would be magical. She told Maya that the plant and animal kingdom are here to contribute to man's existence and are happy to do so. She also said that they have many more secrets like this one to share with mankind, but you must learn to listen and hear what we have to say and allow us to survive as well by only taking what you absolutely need from us. If you do these things, we will always be there to support you, were Avatar's closing words as she swam away. Needless to say, Princess Maya Papaya saved her people from starvation, and if you were to visit Santa Pangaea today, you would see Captain Vanguard's ships leaving loaded with those marvelous fruits and vegetables, and sailing back home loaded with seeds of all kinds from all over the world for replanting. Her people now work the land with love and care, and harvest only enough tube sponge from the once again healthy reef to support their own farming work. And every once in a while, you just might see, swimming or flying by, an unusual winged dolphin watching over them, and as Maya now knew, cheering them on. And every once in a while, you just might see, swimming or flying by, an unusual winged dolphin watching over them, and as Maya now knew, cheering them on.